Mr David Malpass, with a huge humility and modesty, I beg you to stop the disaster, the havoc of the consensus of Washington in Algeria. I beg you, because I cannot beg the governor of the Central Bank of Algeria. He is afraid. He is the Himmler of Algeria in a white collar. So also, I extol my compatriots in Algeria to stop this demonstration in order to see better our future. I beg them to stay Amazighité. I beg them to protect the integrity of our territory. I beg them, I extol them to invite our sisters and brothers of the South to be more close to us, and we'll make efforts to be more closer to them. So, to the Algerian decision makers, I don't know what are the words that I will use with you. I have used, I think, all the variety of expressions, of peaceful expressions, of love, of submission. So, stop to be afraid by the World Bank and the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Stop to be afraid by the United States of America and England and the European Union, and especially France. The November 1st is coming. Stand out and stand up. With all my deep hurt, from the deep of my heart, keep Algeria peaceful, keep it united, and make it Amazighite and Muslim. Thank you. Dear David Malpass, President of the World Bank Group, for Montreal, my greetings. In my native speaking tongue, Kabyle, a derivative of Tamazight, we say Azul, fillah. And in Arabic, Tahiyati lakum. First of all my congratulations for your nomination as President of the World Bank Group. I was delighted by my reading of your remarks at the United Nations high-level meeting for universal health coverage led by ADA, the International Development Association, a non-governmental organization sponsored by the World Bank Group. Likewise, India and the Democratic Republic of Congo. I wish that the Algerian people, to which I belong, and all its neighbors in North Africa could benefit from it. While preparing this comment, I did my best to be brief. So, right off the bat, to the core of my address to you. By October 9, 2019, the World Bank Group has published Algeria's economic update. Even if globally I agree with its content, I am a little bit disturbed by some expression used in it, and seriously annoyed and irritated by the quality of its figures. It is written in your publication, political uncertainty. The two words of the second paragraph have put my native country in a big turmoil. Unfortunately, they aren't the right keywords. In my point of view, There is no political uncertainty in Algeria. Algeria isn't in a limbo. In fact, the goose of Algeria is cooked. The right and scaring sentence in your publication is the revision of hydrocarbon fiscal law is delayed. Before digging this warning to the current Algerian decision makers, a quick look to the figures listed in the first paragraph, just the first paragraph, in which you have written, on the sectoral side, commercial services, industrial, construction and public works, and agricultural sectors continue to drive the non-hydrocarbon growth, reaching 5.6%, 4.6%, 3%, and 2.7% in the first quarter of 2019, respectively. The rate of growth in agricultural sector is 2.7%. Compared to the 5.6% of commercial services, it's less than its half. It's a sufficient reason to be really terrified by the future of Algeria if this trend goes on. Mr. Malpass, neither your time nor mine will be consumed in describing the horror of the significance of other statistics. Now let's come back to the topic sentence. The revision of the hydrocarbon law is delayed. To argue and bridge with what is happening now in Algeria needs elements of history. In 10 days, we are October 2019, sorry. It will be November 1st, will be the Remembrance Day of the national freedom outbreak. And in approximately 2 months, the remembrance of the death of one of its leaders, its utopian leader, Aissat Ahmed. Now, when we go back farther in the past, in 1928, 2 agreements about the oil sharing were implemented. The first one was between American, British, and French oil companies and is known as Red Line, Ligne Rouge agreement. And the second one is the Aknakari agreement in Scotland. If Aissat Ahmed had worked hardly to make Algeria independent and others have badly managed its natural resources, we can induce that delaying the revision of the hydrocarbon fiscal law written by foreigners who are for sure linked to the dominating oil companies is the warning, either told during a secretive meeting or sent just by a phone call. That's why the Algerian Army Chief of Staff is urging the Algerian nation to hold the presidential election and the parliamentary assembly to enact, to promulgate this law before December 2019. If done, it will be the biggest treason, I will repeat it, if done. If this law is enacted, it will be the biggest treason to the Algerian Amazigh and Muslim spirit recovered by Aissat Ahmed and all the Algerian fighters. Because the Algerian fundamental law, constitution, is illegal, if this law on oil is enacted, Algeria will relinquish much more its sovereignty and will confirm that Algeria is on sale. Now, in Algeria, innocent demonstrators and protesters, I repeat it, innocent demonstrators and protesters who are leveraged by a small group directed by the United States, England, France, European Union, and other NGOs, are participating to trigger a looming and huge military conflict in the desert of Algeria. A reminder to my compatriots and information to World Bank staff. In 2014, I have warned our compatriots to be aware to the transformation of the south of Algeria to an African Kosovo. It was in 2014. Since 2015, I started shouting to be solidary with the Algerian soldiers to keep peace and prevent any violence in Algeria, and I have expressed my fully opposition to the devaluation of the Algerian money. I repeat it. I started to shout to be solidary with the Algerian soldiers to keep peace and prevent any violence. And I continue to extol them to be peaceful. And I have expressed, and I will still continue to repeat it, to shout it, my fully and totally opposition to the devaluation of the dinar, the Algerian money. Sir David Malpass, after this long introduction, let me dig deeper the pain and the harmful mood in Algeria. I agree with you